Joined by Tim Means. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Micah. How are you?
I'm doing good. UFC Fight Night. You're going to be traveling down to Brazil. How do you like that international travel? You've taken a couple fights, Australia, Brazil.
At this point, man, it's just a payday, So I've done it. I've been there. I'm a veteran in it. I know how to pack my suitcase and have everything set up. Brazil, it's definitely business only. So it's me and Coach going down. That's it, So I'm just ready to rock and roll. Got a new fight deal, new pay raise. I'm ready to get after it.
Do those past experiences make looking at the travel not so bad now that you've done it a couple times?
Yeah, we kind of have a plan put into place, Have those backup plans, because the airport, there's always something happening in the airport, right? Lost luggage, some crazy crap. Something's going down in the airport, so just to be aware that I've had those experiences more than once. Things have worked out, whether I win the fight or lose the fight. The majority of the time, I'm showing up and having a good performance, win or lose, so at this point, it's just getting paid, man.
Heading down there to take on Sergio Moraes. He wings big overhands, and I'm more than sure he'd rather have this fight on the ground. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're going to tell him to wing the big shots to get inside and get me down. At this point, when I'm healthy, I've shown that I'm very hard to take down at 170, so I'm getting more confident there. My striking, I'm always looking to throw that out there, put it in people's faces or whatever, but need to be opening up my game a little bit more, and we're working on the timing here in the gym. I have a good ground game too. I got to respect Sergio and his ground game, but I have a lot of things that I haven't shown yet, and I got to get after him in the octagon.
Feeling that you got to open up a little more, is that kind of an effect of taking a close decision loss?
I don't know if it's any of that. It's just kind of biting me in the butt that, I know I have these other tools and I'm kind of limiting myself, So right now it's just a timing thing. I have the tools, I just have to get the timing right.
So what did you think when you look back at the last fight? Had a close one with Bilal Muhammad. I'm sure you thought you won.
Yeah, I thought I did enough to win the fight. I stopped 6 to 7 takedowns or 5 to 6 takedowns. I outstruck and outlanded, so I'm not really sure how I lose that fight, but it is what it is. Maybe all karma was lined up where he needed a second check and I didn't or whatever, so we'll just take it like that. He needed it more than I did that night. In my head, I feel like I won, so going into this fight, I won my last fight.
Now, we know that this is the first fight of a new deal. How do you feel having that security? You know that the UFC wants you around for a while.
Yeah, there's never security with this type of job. Anything can happen at any given time, so I'm taking advantage of the situation I have right now. Do my best to show up, make weight, and perform, and that's all I'm really looking forward to. Wins or losses, I don't think of those things no more. Right now, it's just going to have a good fight, whether I win or lose.
What kind of performance are you expecting?
I'm expecting to get my hand raised. I'm expecting to win by knockout. I'm expecting to get 3 checks. So my confidence is high, man. I didn't lose my last fight. I'm going into this fight with the win. Short notice fight like usual. A lot of my career has been this stuff, but majority of the time this stuff works out. So excited to put another stamp on my passport and get another memory.
Is there a difference for you, whether it's short notice or long notice, really?
I think the amount of time we spend in the gym, and I'm here working with Tom and Arlene and JJ and with Dwayne up the street, I think it's ordinary. I'm beating myself up in training camp nonstop and not getting paid for that stuff. So stay ready to be fight ready, and bring on as many last minute fights as we can get, because it's a short window in this stuff, right? So at this point, I'm fighting for free when I'm only training. So let's train and get fights as much as possible.
So there's an eagerness to keep fighting, right? To continue to stay busy for you?
Yeah, there absolutely is. Everything's about finances nowadays. We have more responsibility that involves finances and having to say, if we don't make a killing, we have to deal with taxes and deal with all that stuff. But right now I have a small window to set up my future.
Tim Means, thank you for the time, sir.
Thanks, guys.